Hello everybody, this is Kyrix with another edition of This Week in Kyrix. Today is Wednesday, March 25th, 2015. And this is going to be done slightly different than usual as I do not have my phone anymore. Which means my usual timer will not be a thing and you will in fact hear when my timer goes off because it's built into the computer. And it's been a week. My bike was stolen the day of last Twigs recording. My bills are paid this month though, so that's good. You take what you can get, right? Bills paid for now. Still waiting on the roommate to get his check. Well, to get his job and then his check, of course. I want you to get a check and then I want you to get a job. God, if only the world worked that way, right? Oh yeah, finally, shit's going right. And this is also a thing. Oh, hello. 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 Better get some more of that. But, yeah, things could be going a lot worse than they are. I took third at the Saturday Star Trek tournament. But before you get impressed, realize there were only 4 people. But before you get unimpressed, realize that I only missed second by about 27 points. So yeah, I didn't do great, but I didn't do horrible either. Yay, mediocrity! Also, I am actually, if I have a good showing next month, I might be in line for the big prize. I don't need it, I kinda know that I'm gonna suck at this for a while, so I actually bought my prize kit. I know, it's cheap, but I did it. The reason being, okay, it's gonna work a little bit like this. You see, the guy who won last month did horrible this month. He basically went, 2 and 1, or 1 and 2. 1, 2, 1. He only beat all but one guy. No, he only beat me this month. And I want to point out, nobody went undefeated. The guy who won lost to the guy I beat in the first round, and the guy I beat in the first round only lost to me. However, round 1's opponent, we're going to call him him, is, well, he didn't make it to the previous month. He had no presence whatsoever last month, which means these are the only points he got. So, he's kind of out of the running in that regard. The guy who won this month came in second last month, however, he will not make it to the next month's event. And the guy who won last month's event is the guy that did horribly and only beat me this month. Which, if I remember my battle point system correctly, and I probably don't, but let's say I do, that means he's only got 1 point on me. So if he has a poor showing next month, I think I got it. Especially if I win. If I win next month, then I'm all but locked. That being said, I doubt I would keep the prize if I got it, because, well, I already have it, and I don't need more than 1. I'm not particularly fond of this particular prize anyway, so I want it for trade fodder, basically. Trade bait, as we call it. The, Borg Tactical Cube 001, the one from First Contact. If I win it, that thing's going up for trade! Woohoo! Trade! Because I don't like it over the other one. It's got some good cards in it, but I already have them, and the good cards are all uniques. And the ones that aren't uniques, I can get with the other Tactical Cube as well. So no big loss there. I'm going to try and get something good with it if I win it. Namely the Sutherland. USS Sutherland. Because that thing's kind of expensive. At least in my experience it is. It's going for like $75 right now. I don't know if it's because the Dominion War was undersold or just underrepresented or what, but that thing's expensive. I mean, I could get Deep Space Nine for the cost of Sutherland, the retail one, but still. For that matter, I might soon, within a month or so, be in possession of the tournament version of Deep Space Nine. Because we managed to snag a prize kit of that, and as it turns out, I'm the one in our area with the best grasp of how this shit works. Therefore, I'm the one most likely to walk away the winner. Because we don't have the full Dominion War kit, so we're not doing it full Dominion War kit style. It's basically going to be, show up, you win it, you know? Well, you show up, you win the match, you get it, kind of thing. Instead of, oh, I won all 6 months. Which is what I wanted to do, but we couldn't get the other 2 kits, or the other 4 kits, rather. So don't blame us, it's the way the kits are sold. But yeah, right now I've got the best odds of walking away the winner of that. So that's something that'll be going up in the trade thing as well, most likely. I basically said that if my fellow players want it, I'll let it go to them for like $30, you know, which is a steal considering I've seen this go for 150, for 60 at the lowest and 150 average, you know. Which is funny because it's not as good as the retail version. Hey, who might argue with the market, right? But if they don't want it, it's going up for trade, because I already have the retail one, it's better, I have the pieces to play this, to play the retail one as this, which is legal in terms of Deep Space Nine. So why would I want to use the inferior one when I can use the good one instead, right? Hey, if someone wants it, who am I to interfere with their dream, you know? I want to point out that this is one of the most on-the-dot ones I've done. I started the game up pretty much exactly at midnight, and it was like 12:01 by the time I hit record. I just finished recording another episode of another Let's Play that I've got going, which is Chocobo's Dungeon. And that game is so hard. Mostly because right now I can't grind. I mean, I can grind, but not in the traditional sense of grinding, where I go back to an easier dungeon and just come back with all sorts of items and XP and all that good stuff. Because in this game, once you clear a dungeon, at least so far, because I've only been in 3 of them, but once you clear a dungeon, it's just gone. It just goes away. You can't mess with it anymore. I don't know if that's true of all the dungeons, because I'm only on the 3rd one. But still, this game is so hard. And this always reminds me a little bit of playing this music. Which, by the way, is another thing I eventually got to Let's Play. I gotta talk to some of the guys and see if they'd be interested in doing Let's Plays. Also gonna talk to my roommates and whatnot. There's lots of potential for Let's Play content, as it were. I need to get lots of co-commentators together for lots of gaming, because it's what I do. I mean, seriously, it is what I do. I do commentaries and Let's Plays and Let's Watches. Not that any of those have seen the light of day yet. So far, I'm the only one who's even had a hint of those, besides people recording them and they still haven't seen it. And I haven't either. I just checked the start and the end of the video to make sure that the sound went, you know? Because sometimes videos like to eat sound. And when that happens, things can suck. It's like a lot, actually. But yeah, Star Trek's going pretty good. I think I've got a line on a winning strategy for next month's game. I think we will hopefully soon have some actual prize kits in my venue. And I don't mean, like, when I say actual prize kits, I mean the whole thing, not, oh, here's Dominion War Month 5 and 6. Which I am actually looking forward to Dominion War 5, or 6 rather, because I kind of need that prize. The prize, not the Deep Space Nine. That was incorrect. That's not the way you do things around here. But yeah, I actually need the Bajoran Acorum, I think it's called. I don't know what the hell it's supposed to be. Some kind of Bajoran one-man drone fighter. I don't know. It's not an impressive ship. Let's put it that way. But I've been wrong before, especially with Star Trek. I mean, I'm kind of too new to really know what's going on. Something I'm reminded of at every tournament. But yeah, I'm excited about that one because I'm either going to win or trade for the Acorum. Because like I said, right now, I'm kind of the best player there because I'm the only one who's played in tournaments. I've played 3 tournaments compared to the other guy, my roommate, who's played 2. Who has the next most experience of my players. Plus, there's the fact that I pretty much taught all of them how to play, and over half of them don't have their own ships. Which isn't their fault. A lot of my friends are like me, broke. And when you're broke, you can't always afford stuff that you want, and that's a sad fact of life. And I'm making efforts to help them get stuff, to win ships and whatnot. And the reason I'm playing for the Acorum is because, again, it's what my other player did. He bought the kit, so he gets to judge it. I'm making him judge it. He doesn't want to judge it, but I'm making him do it. And not because I'm a dick, though that can be argued, but because I don't want him playing for it and getting one for free. And you know what? If I don't get the judge prize, I want to have a shot at the prize, you know? For what it's worth. And it's probably a little petty, but I don't care. Sure, why not? Where's the sand? That's not sand. That is. That was incorrect. You know what? That'll do for now. Whee! Sand happened. Oh shit. You know what else happened? That. Let's fix it, shall we? We got a lot of stuff done on Eisen's little Mega Man Unlimited project. I think we've only got like 2 episodes left, and then we're done. And I, of course, have sent him my audio for only 2 of the episodes, so those won't be done for quite a while. Which is sad, but hey, sometimes things take time, you know? Gonna need some stirs. Oops. Still not quite sure how I want all this stuff to work, but this is mostly me killing time so I can talk about my week. So yeah, Star Trek's doing good, could be doing better. I'm hoping to get the Matter of Honor tournaments going soon, if we can get access to a prize kit. Which at the moment is kind of a big if, because it's not up for grabs, it seems. But hey, who knows? Who knows how things will go in the future? No one does. That's why it's the future. All you can do is guess. Aw, yeah. Still haven't quite decided what I'm doing here. Whee! Sure. Gonna gather my everything. Yay, everything. So much everything. So yeah, making progress in Star Trek. Not much going on the HeroClix front, although Skinner did manage to get me some Blue Lantern constructs. And by some, I mean all of them. And he got Anubis the Yellow Lantern constructs, which he plays Sinestro Corps. And for himself, he got the Black Lantern constructs. I don't remember if he actually owns the Black Battery, though. If he doesn't, he can always borrow mine, you know. But given that he spends a lot of time on eBay, it wouldn't surprise me if he did. He's kind of got the time and the cash to burn for that kind of thing, and good for him. Seriously. The sad fact of the matter is that HeroClix is a game for those who are financially sturdy. Which is why it sucks for Anubis, because he generally only gets hand-me-down figures or whatever he can manage to win. To date, he's bought 1 brick of clicks. For those who do not remember, a brick is equal to 10 booster packs, and a case is made up of 2 bricks. Oh dear. That was most unexpected. I'll have to go up and sand that shortly. What the balls? Oh, really? Oh, fine, guys. I'll go drop stuff off. But, yeah, he's bought one case, and it was a good case. It was a case of, I want to say, Galactic Guardians, for those of you who care, which was 2 years ago, maybe? And we all made a big deal of it, because it was his first case. I mean, that's a big thing when you're playing Kyrix. I remember what my first, or first brick, rather, my first brick was Secret Invasion, the Skrull set. And I can tell you, I bought it at a place called Comics and Critters. Well, actually, it was Comics and Critters 2. But, yeah, Comics and Critters. A place we all remember quite fondly. It was a great place. It's a shame that it went out of business. And it's more of a shame how it went out of business. One of the owners decided that they wanted to have their own place by themselves and screw everybody else. So, yeah, that's how Comics and Critters died. So, yeah, I guess this is going to be a thing. I was going to sandstone it, but oh well. And anyway, it was with the Bush administration stimulus check. I used my stimulus money to pay off money that I owed the library, which I kind of need to do again, actually. Yeah, I kind of owe the library quite a bit of money for a book that, no fault of my own, managed to get swiped out of my house. I think my uncle took it. I don't know why he took it, but he did. Because I had it, and then I didn't, and he was the only one who was around it. But eventually, when I get some disposable income, because this was years ago, honestly, it's entirely possible that they don't even have it on record anymore. But just in case they do, when I get some disposable income, I'm going to start trying to pay off this library fine so I can start going to the library again. I love books. I love reading. And it hurts me not to have access to the library. As stupid and nerdy as that sounds, I love my library. I especially love going up there and just hanging out for a while and reading. It's got real comforting reading areas. I love it. It's a great library. It really is. It's much better library than it used to be. We got it upgraded years ago. Almost a decade ago, if not more. But anyway, I was at Comics and Critters 2. I bought the stimulus. I had the stimulus package, paid off my library fines, bought a brick of Secret Invasion, and I bought the Fantastic Four starter thing that came with it. And I did a couple other things. Maybe I bought some video games, I don't know, but yeah, so I remember my first brick. I'm pretty sure Skinner remembers his. Most people do, because it's a big deal. It's like, oh, everyone remembers their first car. Well, gamers remember their first something. I remember my very first session of D&D. I don't remember it in detail, but I remember I was in 7th, maybe 8th grade. I used to think I was so close to being an adult in middle school, and then I think of how old I actually was. I'm like, no, I wasn't even close. But I was way too hyper for it. I really wish I could go back as I am now and play in it just to be able to get the full experience of it. But we were playing, if not Spelljammer, then aspects of Spelljammer. And I was playing, what happened was, I was playing World of Warcraft, not World of Warcraft, I was playing Warcraft 2 at a place that doesn't exist anymore called Magic Mike's. It was a gaming store. Yes, I had a gaming store called Magic Mike's, and whenever I heard that movie, I couldn't help but laugh. My friend's like, why are you laughing? I'm like, because I used to game at a place called Magic Mike's. And it was a pretty good store. And it's also where I learned how to play Magic and several other games. And when I was at Magic Mike's, I was just playing Warcraft, you know, like you do. And this guy, I remember his name, but I'm not going to say it because, you know, I rarely, except for the manager that I purposely hated, I don't say names that no one's given me permission to say. You know, I can say Samantha, for example, from Pony Let's Watch, because that's the name she gave me the internet consent. That's the name I have permission to call her. I call her Sammy, because I've always called her Sammy, but again. Anyway, this guy's like, hey, do you want to play D&D? Now, little background. When I was in middle school, I read a lot of Choose Your Own Adventure books, which I read those a lot. I mean, I still would if I had access to them. Now, I do love Choose Your Own Adventure books. I cheat, like we all do. I mark where I was and check the other thing and go with the story I like, you know? I mean, who gets to, oh, you died, start over, and actually starts over? No, you go back to the page you were just on. That's how you do a Choose Your Own Adventure book. But anyway, some of those were D&D Choose Your Own Adventures. And I kind of, now that I think about it, I kind of want to track those down and try them again now that I know things about D&D. But there was a girl in my middle school who had mentioned, oh, my brother was into D&D, and he dropped out of college and did all this stuff just to play D&D. It made it sound like a drug habit, you know? And it kind of scared me. I'm like, oh, it's like being in a cult or being on drugs or something. And I didn't want any part of that, but I kind of was nervous about it, and they talked to me about what D&D was, you know, and I'm like, okay, I'll give it a shot. And it was nothing like everyone said. It wasn't like, because I'd heard all the things about, oh, D&D's evil, D&D's this, D&D's satanic, D&D. None of that shit is true. Not a fucking word of it. D&D is it's a game. It's a harmless game. And yeah, there are people who take it too far. There are people who take all sorts of shit too far. It's a fact of life. People will take shit too far. Just by virtue of not being able to handle reality. And, of course, I knew nothing about D&D. Well, I knew a little bit, but nothing solid. So, they're like, what race do you want to play? I'm like, can I be an orc? Because I was playing Warcraft, you know? I wanted to be an orc. I'm like, well, not really, but sure, you could be an orc, you know? So I played an orc, and I had no knowledge of orcs. So I gave him a name that I thought was cool. My orc was named Ace, and he was a fighter. Because, I don't know if it was because I didn't know any better, or because they basically recommended that I start with a fighter, and if so, good for them, because that part I don't remember too clearly. But it's always advisable to start someone who's new off as a fighter or a barbarian, because you really can't screw that up. If you can't handle a fighter or a barbarian, then you're doing it wrong, and you don't need to be playing D&D in the first place. If you can't handle, I hit it with my sword, is it still moving? Yes. Then I hit it with my sword again, is it still moving? No. Then I hit something else with my sword. If you can't handle that, then the intricacies of D&D are clearly beyond you. Now, I realize there's more to it than that, depending on how you play it. But that's all you need to be a decent fighter. Now, a truly great fighter can take that to the next level, which is like, oh, I do this, oh, I play blocking, oh, I flank, I do this, I do this. There are tactics involved. Don't let me make it sound like being a fighter is the easiest thing in the world. Because being a good fighter, and there are people who are really good at being fighters, but being a good fighter, there's a lot to it. And I don't really do a good fighter. I mean, I can play most classes reasonably well, with a decent level of competence, but I'm just not a fighter player. I play mages, I can play rogues. I'm pretty good at monks, actually, which... Monks are a combination of fighter and wizard. Matter of fact, I describe it to people as monks are the physical version of a mage. Because they're very similar. What happens is, if you can... a monk is very much the load of the party. The monk, your job, if you're playing a monk, is to not die. It's that simple. And your party's job is to make sure that you don't die. And you know what? That's a full-time job, just like it is with a wizard. However, here's the beauty of playing a monk. If you make it to level 5, because that's where it really starts, you will not only begin to carry your own weight, but start carrying some of the party as well. A high-level monk is a terrifying thing to see. And if you're thinking, well, if that's the case, Kyrix, why don't more people play monks? Because it's very hard to get to be a high-level monk, because these are people who get no armor class, very few weapons, and they're not really built to use them anyway. Their whole thing is, oh, I dodge really good, and I'm really fast. But, they get... The thing with a monk is if you can get them to the point where they can live long enough to be a high-level monk, they get exponentially powerful. Just like wizards. Wizards are another class that does that. They do it very well, in fact. I mean, there's a reason that wizards are... There are classes that are based around killing wizards because wizards are dangerous. I mean, unless you're playing with feats or special powers or something, a high-level fighter is not a big deal. If you have 6 people and there's one high-level fighter, unless they're wearing incredibly enchanted armor, or there's a massive, like, 5-level difference between you and them, eventually that fighter is going to die. Just through sheer attrition. But a high-level mage, if you give them more than a turn or two to get set up, you may not live long enough to kill them. Because the thing with a high-level fighter is, unless you get, like I said, into feats and stuff like that, which I don't consider part of being a fighter, I consider that cheat codes, basically. Or unless you're in 4th edition and you have powers, which are part of the build, you know, then you don't have to worry too much about things like, oh, what's he gonna do? I'll tell you what he's gonna do. What weapon is he holding? An axe. He's gonna swing that axe at us. That's what he's gonna do. Okay. You know? And unless that axe is horrendously enchanted, and that's a possibility, that axe isn't going to hit 3 or 4 people at once. It's going to hit one guy. And that one guy just has to live. So unless that fighter is one-shotting you, and if you're high level, he probably won't be. Because there's a limit to how much damage you can do with an axe, even if you're super strong. So high-level fighters aren't as scary as, say, a high-level mage, which is capable of hitting everyone for about 40 damage. Which to you Final Fantasy players doesn't sound like much. It is. 40 damage can be your hit points at level 6, depending on what class you're at. 40 damage can kill the average level 4 or 5 fighter. You can do it reasonably effortlessly. I mean, unless they have a really high constitution, or got really good on their health rolls, or you just didn't do health rolls and they do the whole, oh, you get max health, or you get half health plus 1, then chances are you're dead. If you're a fighter and you get hit that hard. For step 2 of my master plan. Okay, what I'm about to do seems very pointless and kind of stupid, and there is a reason for it, I assure you. There really is. Because I have built little cubby holes like this that I trap sheep and chickens and such in. And they would despawn. And nothing got in there to kill them, my friend wasn't letting them out. They just kind of despawn. So I'm thinking that the fence is what's going to actually physically hold them in. Hence, the fence, so to speak. But either way, it does need that to keep them in place once they're in place. Now let's see if I can find more cows to push in. Okay, here's a sheep. There's a cow. There's a cow. You know what? I only need one of these. Mr. Sheep! Come to me, Mr. Sheep. I got some stuff. Why does that sheep not care? Does the sheep care? Come here, sheep. I want you to care about this. This is the thing. Oh, now you care. Okay. I see how it's gonna be. Alrighty then. Yoink. Alright, y'all gonna stay in there for now. You too, come on, little cow. Alright, that will eventually be a livestock. Matter of fact, screw eventually, it's gonna be one right now. Not really too concerned with pigs right now, but that could be a thing. Here? Talk about clicks, talk about track. No clicks tournament this week. Judge had to go to work. Got called in, so no Star Trek tournament this week either. Well, not my venue's Trek tournaments. That's a different thing. You know, I'm in a bizarre mood. That's totally a thing I'm gonna do. You'll see what the hell it does. Try. I'm doing that. Sheep. Come on, sheepy, sheepy. Sheep, sheep, sheep. Come here, sheepies. on, little sheep. Rain and livestock! Woo! Livestock for a win! Chalk it up to my weird mood, but here we go. Okay. Oopsies. That's a bit much. I'm gonna regret this. Hello, little bat. You're so cute. How far is it going to spread? That's the question. Now I just need to find the next one. Hey, as I recall, this stuff just needs light to grow. Didn't specify sunlight. Lava makes light. Okay, I need a safe way down here. Just stand here and dig. Need a cup of lava. I've just never done this before. I've never built under lava. I started to near the beginning of this project, but you know what? Let's put those up. I'm doing weird crap. I have to relocate this bucket by bucket. I will. You know what? I need more buckets. Bad for your digestion. Probably gonna find all sorts of neat stuff once I unearth that. It'd be fun if that was just covering a whole fuck ton of diamonds. Just all the diamonds I ever wanted for any reason ever. Every time I play with lava, it bites me in the ass. Not this time. 'Cause I'm all about to faith. I could actually take this a step further. I feel horrible. Not as horrible as I should feel, but I feel pretty horrible. So bad for that poor chicken. Just whack! Baked alive. Sorry, buddy! The worst part is that was totally cooked chicken. And I didn't even get to have it. Oh, God, I can go for some chicken right now. I have to go to KFC today. The thing that sucks is I wasn't able to get my ships this month because, well, I had to use the money for other stuff, including my bills. So let's be perfectly honest, what I might do is I might just... Oh god, that was almost me. I might just take the remaining money that I'm owed in my tournaments. And hit up the KFC buffet. And for people who say KFC isn't good chicken, though, there's a word for them. It's called wrong. They sound mildly panicked to be underneath a pool of lava. I can't imagine why. At least it's warm, guys. Perhaps a bit too warm? Who asked you? Swiping lava. For a good cause, I promise. Funny thing in this, since I'm doing this, that lava will eventually dry up. Sacrifice that pig to the volcano god. There we go. That poor chicken, he never knew what hit him. Just, ah! Sorry, chicken. I'm sure the volcano god found you delicious. There is a madness to my method. I'm actually gonna plan to do something kind of cool here. I just have to not burn to death before it happens, that's all. I'll show you. You'll see. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's make a day of this. Yeah, a day. It's bucket day! What's on your bucket list? That's a horrible joke and I should be ashamed of myself. I'm not, but I should be. Three guesses what I've got planned. Ooh, there's another one, but I'm gonna wait to do this. Okay, I need to be careful before I just fall into it. Hello, Mr. Wolf! And yes, I called him Wolf, not Wolf. I got so many buckets, and they're all full of scalding death. Who wants lava? Oh god, you poor thing. Oh no, wait, you're underground. Okay, I'm like, oh god, your world's gonna suck today. If I didn't already know that those are the sounds they make normally, I'd swear they sounded panicked. Which they have every right to be. Some crazy human just locked them in a fucking lava tube. There is a plan in motion here. How much is done already? Quite a bit, actually. Cool. Oh, I'm about to hit that timer. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. It's gonna... No, it's not gonna affect my lava in the slightest. Okay. There's the timer. starting to see through the ground. I'm at least gonna do the perimeter. Actually, you know what? I'm going to run a little bit longer and do the whole thing. And yes, I'm going to do it block by block so that I make sure that it works. And yes, I know I'm savagely depleting this place. But I don't really care. Nope, don't. Really don't. Guys, the thing. Yes, it is, and now it isn't anymore. I bet you're wondering why I'm putting glass over it. Well, it's not just to protect the livestock, though that is a plus. Let's face it, I feel very bad about what happened to that poor chicken. But not bad enough to justify all this extra work. What then could be my grand scheme? Well, you're gonna have to listen next week. It's gonna be cool. Well, as cool as anything covered in lava can be. You get the idea. I can totally poke my head in there and see what it looks like, but I don't want to spoil the surprise. And boy, will it be a nice little surprise to see how cool it looks to look up and see all the cool glowy lava. love that I'm basically strip mining a volcano. It really is an amazing thing, and we're just kind of glossing over the fact that I'm strip mining a volcano. I'm not even doing it for science, I'm doing it because I want the lava. Hey. No, I think you drink milk. I'm about to say, hey, can I make a milk lake? Because you can milk cows with the buckets. Gotta do the thing now. Thing in the place with thing. Yep, sorry people, this is gonna be a long one, not like you're watching it anyway. Maybe you are, just out of curiosity as to what the hell I'm doing this week. Now that's a much better way than how I was doing it. By the way, between all this rain and superheat and rain and superheat, I have got to be 3 or 4 different flavors of sick right now on this game. Left. And there isn't. Yay, progress. Sometimes I get so caught up in a project that I can't help but do stupid shit like this, where I just have to run a little bit longer. Speaking of which, Sammy at one point saw one of my run times, like, oh my god, you ran super long on this one, you ran for almost an hour. I'm like, Sammy, that's the format of the show, to run that late. That's how long it's supposed to run. You just caught a couple episodes where I ended early, that's all. Oh dear. God, I'm tapping this poor place out. Maybe I'll strike more lava later. God, that's still weird. It's like being back in Florida. One, two, three, four. Yeah, I'm getting pretty close. still almost done. See, this is a much harder weird obsession to dig through. Perfect! Yay! And I didn't even die! Again! Which makes it all the more perfect. Yay, perfect thing. So close to being done, things are gonna be cool. Trying to get my sheep, you're wasting your time. He is still looking at me, wants them. That's so cute. He thinks he's gonna get my sheep. Hear him up there, just growl, growl, growl. Red demonized wolf. You know you're not gonna get those sheep. They're safely encased in glass, lava, and a fence. Quite frankly, if you want those sheep, you can have them. Or if you can get those sheep, they're yours. You obviously wanted them more than I did. Oh god, that was so close. Oh god, that was even close to being bad. Doop, 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 and doop. Doop, 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 doop. Okay. Where'd the wolf go? I think he gave up. There we go. The lava has stopped flowing. It has become one continuous pool of lava. Now, on that note, let's take a look at my handiwork, shall we? It's like it's daytime. Except lava. Ah, that is so stupid and so cool. And look, the grass is actually growing. Alright, that's stupid thing number one out of the way. Now to start up stupid thing number two. But that can wait until next week. Well, the starting of it. The starting of it happens right now. Shit. Well, there goes that. Yes, he did. But that's okay. Because I'm not quite done yet. So many stupid deaths for no reason. Except there was a reason. Oh, please tell me my iron isn't gone. If it is, then I'll have to get more. Looks like most, if not all, of my stuff actually survived. Perfect! Oh, poor stupid Wolfie, you can't find the sheep. Alright, that's it for this week. I'm Kyrix. This has been This Week in Kyrix, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye!